This is a video chart presentation of Microbix Biosystems. Microbix trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange, our ticker MBX. See, the stock actually closed slightly up on Friday. Low volume, about 24,000 shares traded, up 1% at 44. Stopped a streak of 7 straight down days, since the stock's been pulling back from hitting 62 cents last month. As part of really just a huge move in 2014. The stock was down around 13 cents at the end of 2013. Came out early in the year, made a nice move, ran sideways for many months before making that climb to 62 cents. What caught my eye about this is the fact that it's come down near a pretty strong support around 41 cents. Volume's been sliding off a little bit since the run, and that's just enough to pay attention to it to see if it's going to have another push and try and recover some of this recent lost ground and potentially continue an overall uptrend. See, the MACD's pulled back right around zero. MACD itself is below zero now. Signal line is just above zero. This is the point where we start to look for a rotation and a bullish cross of the blue line, the MACD, breaking up through the pink line. That's the signal line to show that this trend is going to try and go back bullish and some momentum is coming back into the play. You can see with the slow stow being all the way down at zero, just signifies that there is no bullish momentum at this point, which should be somewhat expected. The stock's fallen from 62 cents all the way back to 44 cents. So we're not going to get much of a read from the slow stow. It's in line with what should be expected. And all I can look for now is just an upward turn and to see some early signs of momentum building. Same way with the money flow index, which actually started to turn just a little bit. Can't read too much into that, other than the fact that perhaps it's an early on sign that the downward pressure is ending and that this chart's going to try and take on some upward pressure. Given the pullback, the RSI is actually not in a bad spot. You can see the 14 registering a 43.2. That's running pretty close to that 50 mark. That's basically the breaking point between bullish and bearish momentum. We'll be looking for a turn back over top of 50. Something similar to that, because you can see as the RSI is continually trending upward and holding the upper half of the indicator, that's when the stock price is climbing. You can see right through here, momentum is coming out of the play. Of course, that break back down through 50 was right around this area, and that's when things fell more quickly. So we just want to see it on the upper half at readings greater than 50 to show that the bulls are taking control of momentum. Now, as I mentioned, volume slipping off a little bit, perhaps saying that the selling pressure is coming to an end. It's a pretty thinly traded stock, as I mentioned. Only 23,700 shares traded on Friday. Looks like a pretty strong day is actually just up in the couple 100,000. So we're not expecting to see spikes of millions of shares trading hands, but we would like to see some volume bars picking up as the stock tries to move back above the 50-day to show that the volume is built on buys. What I'd be looking for is a support at 40 cents. You can see it actually does go just a hair higher up to 41, but I think it's okay to draw that line in the sand at 40. Keeps a stop loss around 10% because I wouldn't be holding out necessarily for that 40 cent mark to fall because it's going to come down and probably touch 35 cents as the next strong area of support beyond that. So I'd have a pretty close eye on 40 at this point. To the upside, I don't suspect that 50-day is going to offer much of a resistance point. It does tie in with a little bit of static resistance at 45. But that's not too big of a concern for me. I see a much stronger resistance at 50. That dates back nearly a year. Still not a terrible upside from current levels. A little more than 10%. But more importantly, what I'd be looking for is just this pattern of make a move, consolidate, make a move, consolidate. The simple technical analysis idea of making higher lows. I'm looking for that to continue. And with the break of 50, I think the chances of it coming up here and testing 60, and even the one-year high at 62, are really increased, but of course at that point, talking about a pretty substantial gain from current levels. It all starts with baby steps though, and that's holding a support at 40 cents, taking on some volume, getting back over the 50-day, and seeing how the stock reacts at 50 cents. And those are the type of things that we'll be looking for in the Microbix chart, but as always, it's merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant, strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclosure, and do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or its video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.